Hello, you're watching Daily V News, and here are the headlines as usual.
President Chung Tan-sang presents a badge marking 65-year party membership to former Vice President Nguyen Thi Binh. Vietnamese ambassador to France affirms bilateral ties between Vietnam and France enjoyed positive developments during the past year, despite political changes in France. For the first time in a decade, the number of fatalities from traffic accidents has dropped to under 10,000 in 2012.
President Trương Tấn Sang on January 3rd presented a badge to former Vice President Nguyen Thi Binh, marking her 65-year party membership. The event highlights Bing's great contributions to the revolutionary cause, the Communist Party of Vietnam, and the Vietnamese nation.
Nguyen Thi Binh was born in central Quang Nam province and joined the party when she was 20 years old. During her revolutionary career, Binh undertook many important positions, such as Foreign Minister of the Revolutionary Government of the Republic of South Vietnam and head of the Provincial Revolutionary Government Negotiation Delegation to the Paris Peace Conference, Minister of Education and Vice President. At the ceremony, the former Vice President said she will dedicate herself to the party and country in any position.
Bilateral ties between Vietnam and France have enjoyed positive developments during the past year, despite political changes in France. This is the assessment by Ambassador Dương Chí Dũng in a year-end interview he granted to our reporter in Paris.
The ambassador noted that the year 2012 saw a large number of delegations from many National Assembly committees, ministries and organizations of Vietnam make working visits to France, while 3 French ministers also visited the Southeast Asian country. He also mentioned the meeting on the sidelines of the recent 9th Asia-Europe meeting in Laos between Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng and President François Hollande, during which the two agreed to work for the establishment of a strategic partnership between the two countries. Cooperation in economics, culture, education and training also increased. France has maintained its commitment to Vietnam, pledging $340 million in ODA for the country at the recent donors meeting. The new commitment raised France's provision of ODA for Vietnam over the last 10 years to $2.15 billion. Dũng said the two countries have worked closely with each other over the past year to prepare for important events to celebrate 40 years of diplomatic ties between the two nations in 2013. He stressed that the activities will mark an important development period and create a new step in the traditional comprehensive relationship between the two countries. A focus of the activities will be the exchange of high-level visits to enhance political dialogue, the ambassador said, adding that President Hollande has decided in principle to visit Vietnam, possibly in the second half of 2013 or in 2014. The two countries will also enhance their bilateral dialogue and cooperative mechanisms, such as the Vietnam-France Joint Committee on Defense Cooperation, the Council on Economic Cooperation, the Joint Committee for Science Technology Cooperation, and the Security Strategic Dialogue. More than 100 activities will be organized in the two countries in 2013 through September 2014.
For the first time in a decade, the number of fatalities from traffic accidents has dropped to under 10,000 in 2012. This was reported at a conference on January 3rd to review the 2012 year of traffic safety.
Transport Minister Dinh La Thong, who is concurrently Vice Chairman of the National Traffic Safety Committee, said that there were more than 36,400 traffic accidents last year, down 17% year-on-year. The accidents killed 9,849 people, a decrease of 14%. According to the minister, key reasons for traffic accidents last year included drunk driving, speeding and lane jumping. One of the targets set for the 2013 Year of Traffic Safety is to reduce the number of accidents and fatalities by 5 to 10%, Deputy Prime Minister Witten Suan-Phuc told the conference. The Deputy Prime Minister, who is also chairman of the National Traffic Safety Committee, said the main theme of the 2013 Traffic Safety Committee is to raise the sense of responsibility of on-duty officers and awareness of road users. At the same time, relevant agencies should intensify inspections on the roads and strictly deal with violations. He also suggested that successful solutions in reducing traffic congestion in big cities, especially Hanoi, should be applied on a larger scale.
All customs offices across the country will now offer electronic customs procedures, the General Department of Customs announced on January 2nd. The move comes after the success of a 7-year pilot program.
A ceremony to launch electronic customs procedures was held in the northern port city of Haiphong. The pilot project was first applied in Haiphong and Ho Chi Minh City in 2005 and then expanded to other localities including Hanoi, Da Nang, Dong Nai and Bình Dương. Out of 34 customs departments across the country, 21 provided online services last year, engaging 57,500 businesses. As a result, about 3.5 million custom applications were handled online, accounting for 95.8% of the total submitted applications. The Customs Administration estimated that its customs services will cut procedural expenses by 20% and accelerate the modernization of administrative procedures in the country.
The Prime Minister has approved a national resource development strategy which lists 5 categories of commodities to be stockpiled, including those for economic and social security, natural disaster response, security and national defense.
Under the strategy, 10,000 tons of rice, 1,500 tons of maize varieties, and 130 tons of vegetable varieties will be put aside each year. By 2015, the food reserves will be equivalent to 500,000 tons of paddy rice. Meanwhile, the petrol reserve will be built up to provide 10 days of consumption, equal to around 500,000 cubic meters of petroleum. It will also include 700,000 tons of crude oil. The total national reserves are projected to account for 0.8 to 1% of the national GDP by 2015 and 1.5% by 2020.
Over 100 businesses from India and central provinces of Vietnam joined in a business seminar in Da Nang City on January 3rd.
The event was jointly organized by the Vietnam Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the Indian Embassy in Vietnam to mark the 40th anniversary of diplomatic ties and 4 years of the strategic partnership between the two countries. This is an opportunity for businesses from the two countries to exchange investment and marketing information. While India is one of the top 10 trade partners of Vietnam with two-way trade reaching $3.9 billion in 2011, trade between Da Nang and Indian partners was just $200 million. Indian enterprises have invested $1 billion in Vietnam so far, but Da Nang has years to attract an investment project.
More than 8,000 tourists visited the 2 World Cultural Heritage Sites in the central province of Quảng Nam, Hội An Ancient Town and Mid-Sun Sanctuary during the New Year holiday.
According to Quảng Nam Provincial Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism, Hội An welcomed 4,000 visitors, mostly foreigners. Our hotels in the locality were filled to capacity. Many of them held parties for their guests to welcome the new year, featuring folk performances like unicorn and drum dances. Meanwhile, 3,900 visitors, including 3,000 foreigners, visited Mid-Sun Sanctuary. The department said that the province will hold a wide range of activities, particularly the 5th Quảng Nam Heritage Itinerary Festival this year, to attract more visitors. The festival is scheduled to take place in June 2013. The event will introduce Vietnamese in ASEAN culture. It will also bring together tour managers and conservationists from around the world. Quảng Nam plans to put into operation a data bank of the province's intangible culture and a tourist information center in Hội An.
And that's all we have for today. Thank you for joining us and see you next time.